What if the habit that changes your life is the one you've been overlooking? Not a new diet, not an intense workout program, not another supplement sitting on your kitchen counter. Just walking. Simple, steady, underrated. Today we're talking about 10 things that begin to change when you start walking daily. Not someday, not when motivation suddenly appears, but when you quietly decide to move every single day. The first change is your energy. It doesn't explode overnight. It builds gradually. Walking increases circulation throughout your body. Blood moves more efficiently. Oxygen delivery improves. Nutrients reach the cells that need them most. Your body's energy production systems begin working more smoothly. Within a few weeks, many people notice fewer afternoon crashes. They feel less foggy, less sluggish. They stop reaching automatically for that second or third cup of coffee. Energy becomes steady instead of unpredictable. And that steady energy changes how you show up at work, how you show up at home, how you show up for yourself. The second change is your mood. Walking gently stimulates endorphins, those natural chemicals linked to emotional well-being. Dopamine begins to balance. Serotonin levels improve. If you walk outdoors, sunlight supports healthy vitamin D levels. Your stress begins to feel more manageable. Your reactions soften. Your patience grows. You pause before responding. You feel lighter mentally. Even 20 minutes can shift your emotional baseline for the rest of the day. The third change happens in your metabolism. Daily walking improves insulin sensitivity. Your body handles blood sugar more effectively. When insulin works better, fat storage becomes less aggressive. Energy usage becomes more consistent. Cravings often reduce over time. You may not notice dramatic changes overnight, but slowly your body composition begins to shift. Clothes fit more comfortably. Inflammation reduces. Bloating decreases. Consistency replaces extreme cycles. Your body begins working with you instead of against you. And this foundation sets the stage for everything that follows. The fourth change strengthens your heart. Your heart is a muscle, and walking trains it safely, not aggressively, not recklessly, but steadily. Blood pressure may gradually stabilize. Circulation improves. Cholesterol balance often shifts in a healthier direction. Your endurance increases without overwhelming strain. You climb stairs without heavy breathing. You recover faster after activity. Daily tasks feel easier. Your cardiovascular system becomes more resilient year after year. The fifth change transforms your sleep. Walking helps regulate your internal clock. Your body begins recognizing natural rhythms again. It lowers stress hormones like cortisol. It builds healthy physical fatigue. You fall asleep faster. You stay asleep longer. You wake feeling restored instead of groggy. Instead of forcing sleep, your body follows its own natural timing. And when sleep improves, everything improves. Your immune system, your mental clarity, your emotional stability. The sixth change sharpens your brain. Increased blood flow supports memory function. Focus improves. Mental clarity strengthens. Research consistently links regular walking with healthier cognitive aging. You may notice clearer thinking in conversations, better recall of names, sharper problem-solving ability. Creativity often appears mid-walk. Without screens, without constant notifications, just movement and thought working together. The seventh change reduces stress at its root. Walking activates your parasympathetic nervous system. That is your body's calm mode. The rhythm of steps signals safety. Breathing becomes deeper and slower. Muscle tension begins to release. Your shoulders drop. Your jaw unclenches. Even 10 minutes can reset a stressful morning. Over time, your stress response becomes more balanced. You do not eliminate stress completely. You simply handle it better. The eighth change supports your joints. Contrary to common fear, gentle walking nourishes joints. It lubricates cartilage. It strengthens surrounding muscles. It improves mobility in hips and knees. It maintains range of motion. Sitting tightens the body. Movement restores it. Consistency prevents stiffness from turning into limitation. And that preservation of movement protects independence later in life. The ninth change is psychological. You begin building trust with yourself. You say you will walk, and then you do it. Even on days when motivation is low. Even when the weather is not ideal, even when you feel busy, that daily promise builds discipline. Discipline builds confidence. Confidence reshapes identity. You start seeing yourself as someone who takes action, someone who follows through. That identity spreads into other areas of life. Health choices improve. Productivity increases. Standards quietly rise. You feel more in control of your decisions. The 10th change is subtle but powerful. You regain a sense of control over your life. Modern life moves fast. Notifications never stop. Noise fills every corner of the day. Walking creates space. Space to think clearly. Space to breathe deeply. Space to disconnect from constant input. During that time, clarity returns. You reflect instead of react. You plan instead of panic. You respond instead of explode. That calm awareness changes relationships. It changes conversations. It changes decisions. It changes direction. And here is the truth most people miss. You do not need 10,000 steps starting tomorrow. You need consistency. Start with 10 minutes. Then build to 15. Then 20. Let it become automatic. Make it non-negotiable. Rain or shine. Busy or relaxed. Morning or evening. Your body adapts to repetition. Your mind adapts to discipline. Your life adapts to steady movement. Over months and years, the results compound. Energy stabilizes. Weight becomes easier to manage. Blood pressure remains healthier. Sleep stays consistent. Stress loses its grip. You age with strength instead of fragility. You maintain independence longer. You feel capable. You feel steady. You feel in control of your direction. And all of it begins with something almost too simple to respect. A walk around the block. A quiet path through your neighborhood. A steady rhythm of steps. No applause. No spotlight. Just progress. The people who age well are not always chasing intensity. They are committed to consistency. Walking daily is not flashy. It is foundational. It is sustainable. It is accessible at nearly any age. And it remains one of the most researched, reliable forms of movement available. So if you've been waiting for the perfect program, if you've been waiting for motivation, if you've been waiting for Monday, start today. Put on comfortable shoes. Step outside. Move at your own pace. 10 minutes is enough to begin. Tomorrow do it again. Then again. Small daily signals create powerful long-term transformation. Subscribe to Vita Signal 60. And your healthiest years may begin with one simple decision.